Hello, beautiful beings. It's been a while since I've showed up on YouTube, and I've been, just experiencing a lot of transformation. It's been a cycle that I went through about 10 years ago. Um, yeah, it's been feeling really intense and really beautiful, and I just feel like this sharing on YouTube is a crucial part of my own evolutionary process to voice my experience, even though it feels really challenging for me to put words to what I've been experiencing. But I wanted to make this video about the desire to die. And I I think like there's not like specific things that I want to say or teach. I feel like I'm shifting out of that role or like wanting to show up as something else other than me. I'd really like to break the fourth wall and to speak to you like a friend. And so I would love for this to be a video that may nourish someone who is experiencing a desire to die and feels alone. I had a friend recently that did commit suicide, and we share the same birth name, and we sat together, and I'll never forget how she lit up when she felt seen and she saw that everything she was feeling was relevant, everything she was feeling was not insane, to me at least. And it was sad for me to hear how people spoke about her in a community I was part of. The levels of intimidation or fear from her, or like I just saw her as a really sensitive, intuitive, gifted being in a world that is mostly numb and running. And so this video is kind of, I don't know, like a gift to her in a way, because I would wish that she saw this video and that she didn't feel so alone, because I feel that, I mean, not everybody thinks of what if they ended their life, but a lot of people do. And the shame or fear in admitting that can create so much unnecessary suffering. And sometimes someone just needs to know that they're not alone in those experiences and feelings, and that it's human. And not only that, it's a part of our evolutionary process. It's a part of our soul evolving in our body while staying alive. And not everybody goes so deep, and not everybody chooses the same routes, and not everybody decides to feel really deeply, but some of us do. And so I kind of just want to talk about the reasons why someone might reach a point where they just want to end their life. So, because when I face these feelings and I think something's wrong with me, that is when it feels stuck. But when we're able to like voice these experiences, these depths of these transformative experiences that we're going through with another, or we know that another is experiencing it, the desire to die kind of dissipates, because one of the main reasons someone may want to just end it is because they just feel like they don't belong. They feel like they're completely alone in what they're seeing, like the shadows that they're seeing, the unseen shadows that aren't being acknowledged by people, because the majority of humanity has been focused on positivity and success and productivity. Like, I'm visiting the city this week. Like, I've been traveling and I'm visiting. My mom's calling for me now. It's funny, I'm visiting my mom. But the feeling that the depth that I feel, like, or the depth, like the levels of sensitivity I have, like when I go to an environment, a lot of the time, whatever people haven't been wanting to look at, they see. Like they could see challenges with their partner, or they can see things they're ignoring with their own being. And when I leave, a transformation occurs. It's just, I've learned to accept this about myself and not guilt and shame myself for this. So it's interesting because when I initially go to these environments, it's almost like, oh, you're too sensitive, you're slow, you're sick. And to feel that the world is like that, like that you're sick or you're sensitive when you're a gift, truly, and your gift is seen as like a burden or a disruption, and it's really hard because it's like you can't be yourself. So like you don't belong, or like your offering isn't being acknowledged, and not only your offering of your essence isn't being acknowledged, it's a turbulence to the system that people want to maintain to stay comfortable. And so that can make somebody want to die, because people that are highly sensitive and intuitive and psychic and see things, and they see the dark, like they don't want to hurt anyone because they know the pain that one goes through when in transformation. And so that it's kind of a little messy, this talk, but life is messy. So, like, I think I'm posting this video. But to feel that you don't belong, and not only you don't belong because you can't possibly operate and stay alive like the majority of people, because your body won't sustain if you're not being yourself, you're not being your authentic vibration, and your body is designed for the true you. So the body starts shutting down and feeling weak, so weak that you just want to die, or like you feel like you so don't belong because everybody's in on the same game and you can't possibly. That's enough to make someone want to die. Like the feeling that you're hurting people by being yourself, that's enough to make someone want to die. And like people who see, ever since they're children, a lot of us have been gaslit. Like I remember as a child just looking at my siblings or my mother, and they would see that I saw, and they would fight it, like say you're too they're, they're just innocent humans, but they don't know better. They didn't know better then, and I felt guilty for seeing. I felt guilty for seeing what wasn't being felt or what wasn't being acknowledged, or without even speaking. And so as children, that aren't as easily trained robots, that growing up with feeling that you're a burden to your parents because your parents just want to keep going at life the best they can. Like, that's enough to feel that as a child to make someone want to die. The balance of seeing how you can infinitely just be one way and work at a job and survive, and then to choose to discover what freedom is with never ever tasting it, and then to feel like you're losing control of your life as you're choosing to discover what freedom is, what joy is, and you don't know how to sustain that yet, and then seeing how others see you as like irresponsible or like that's enough to make someone want to die. Not being able to sustain themselves as a free being and have what they need, and to feel like they're being a burden. That's enough to make someone want to die. And to minimize any of these things is to deny the gift that any of these things can offer. And to not voice these things is just unfair. I get so sick when I hop online and I just see all these, like, I don't know, it doesn't even seem beautiful to me anymore. It just seems like lifeless. Like, the positivity and like success stories and goals and like we gonna make it, and like, is that really what life is about? That's enough to make someone want to die. Just going online and seeing only the peaks of people's life stories without seeing any challenges. That's enough to make someone want to die. And to wake up to how much power we have, and like to tap into that realm of miracle and magic and instant manifestation, and then to uncontrollably not know how to create anything other than pain because we don't know any better yet, that's enough to make someone want to disappear. It's such a delicate process to evolve into co-creation. Like, there's a lot of support and patience and space and time that's needed for people, and there are barely any spaces on the planet that provide that. That's enough to make someone want to die, where they're like, oh, this planet, like, I need somewhere to be. I need somewhere to rest. I need somewhere to let myself shed all that I've absorbed so I can be pure, so I can be integral, so I can learn my frequency. And there's like not many places that do that. And they know that they need that may be a reason that they think that, okay, I just want to die. That's the only way I can rest. I didn't think I'd be crying this much, but I just, I can't not say these things. And like, while I'm sharing these things, I'm like, oh, is this dangerous? Is it legal? Am I gonna get into trouble? Like, and I'm so tired of me being afraid to say these things because I'm afraid of getting into trouble or for being killed for speaking truth. Like, I'm so tired of that. I don't know where that comes from. I don't care. And this is my art right now. this is my art of contemplation. And the only reason I ever hopped online ever was to support people, to know that it's okay to get depressed, to know that it's not even okay. Like, the level and the depth of feeling the pain is the fuel for transformation and evolution. It's our life force that it literally is the wheels that moves transformation, is us being able to feel and be naked together, naked souls. I'm not talking about clothes, I'm talking about the soul. It's like it's like our gold. And to think that it's dangerous to be in this depth of feeling and this depth of just speaking and expressing, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just catching up that it is okay myself. But it hasn't felt okay in my life or in working with people. Like, it seems like a lot of us have been trained to not speak and to not be who we are. And so getting out of that training, it can feel like we move through being a threat, being dangerous to the environment, being a failure, not wanting to burden others. And it's just okay. It's just okay to feel all these things. And I made a choice a long time ago where my motto was, I can always kill myself tomorrow. I might as well play today. And literally, that was like what got me through another day. And just the thought of like being able to meet someone in the depths of their depression and for them to know that they're not alone and that it's okay, because I didn't find any source of that when I was in deep depression and just like wanting out of this planet, just like wanting out. Like, it was like all adults felt like gray zombies. Every healer or therapist I went to, or like when I tried, like, people were good, but they were afraid of the depths of what I was feeling, and I didn't feel held. And I made a choice to feel it because it felt real to me. It felt more real than any of the joy anybody was presenting then. And it felt like aliveness. And I'm not saying I don't experience immense joy and orgasmic states of being and ecstasy and like beauty, but that comes because of being able to feel. And when the majority isn't feeling, what happens is the fewer feel most of the load. And so this imbalance of like a completely numb culture and like the weird ones, oh no, they're having a psychotic break. Oh no, oh no. Like, I don't agree with that shit. I just don't agree. I think it's an imbalance of the collective. If more people were feeling and looking at themselves and what they're doing, then there would be a balance. There would be more co-creation. And it's not to blame the people who aren't feeling. It's sad. It's just something to notice, because if you are, I'm sure if you're watching this video, I mean, if you're watching till now, you probably are more of a feeler and more sensitive. And That's what I'm assuming. I don't know, it's funny. It's just, I really love this video to like create some relief, because when we're in the depths of it, and there's a lot of transformation happening right now. I mean, in my experience, I'm just like been like clearing, feeling, seeing like more, and relief is a big deal. And so, no matter how real the darkness seems, or wherever you're at with like noticing how people are seeing you, like while you're going through your transformation process, like just know that it's okay to access relief, just a little bit of relief. And it doesn't matter what seems real, not real, true, not true, good or bad, like none of that matters. This process of knowing that there's nothing wrong with you, like there's certain values that I invest in when I'm going through these sacred transformation times, these times where we rebirth and we shed and we let go and we let die. It's like that, all that I want to die, I want to die, I want to die. It's aspects of us that need to go to rest. But it doesn't mean that we need to say goodbye to life because we don't know what's coming. Like, I don't know what I'm becoming. The more I'm in this evolutionary process, the less I know what I'm becoming, or what the future holds. But I do know that I feel more real and I feel more in my body and I feel more connected. And that, so like in these times of not knowing, I love to play with like investing in values, like bidding on certain things. They're like pillars of light for me. And so some of mine is that everything has a purpose, everything gets repurposed. Like, I want to invest in that as a truth in my hero's journey. And so that's an example of a value. It brings me a lot of strength when I'm going through an ego death process, let's call it. Like the way I know myself to be wants to die, it's dying, everything is collapsing. I invest in everything gets repurposed, everything has a purpose. And then I share that with others. And it becomes more and more materialized. It matters more. It becomes more matter with the currency of attention, intention. And another one is that everything, like, everything is medicine. So, like, everything is the medicine of life. Everything I'm experiencing. I even had a chant a while back. I was like, everything is medicine. Everything is medicine. Everything is medicine for me. So, like, you can even come up with, like, a little mantra that you sing to yourself. Something you would love to make true, to make matter. And another one, as an example, there are a few, but another one I like investing in recently is that I'm learning to be more compassionate. Like, I'm learning compassion, like real compassion for the human current condition. I think that it's hard to believe because when I'm having so many experiences that shatter me or disappoint me, or I feel like I'm not in control of the process of life, I do feel more compassionate. I'm like, oh my God, I've never experienced this before. I've never experienced that before. I never understood the person in having this challenge. I never really, I think I judged that person that was making that choice. And so something I'm enjoying investing in and making value is that I'm learning to be more compassionate. I'm learning more compassion for more types of experiences, for more beings. And this actually really carried me in the past few days. Like, even I'm visiting my mom, and I'm like, wow, I have so much more compassion. Like, I became my mom for a few days. Like, everything I've judged about her, I became. And it's so much sweeter to be with my mom. It's like bittersweet. It's like so beautiful. And she's the same. And so there's a creativity to these struggles we have in life when we feel like we want to die. They're things that are dying, and they're things, the actual transformational process involves death. But this shame about wanting to die, or this guilt about thinking that, that is because the world hasn't let us talk about it a lot. It's like, oh, you think you want to die? Danger, danger, danger. Like, everybody's gonna die. Like, it's like all this guilt and shame is just so silly. And that's what I'm intending to clear with this video. Is there's no reason to feel guilty or shame about it. Or like if somebody's feeling those things, it's like, oh no, what are we gonna do to stop them from feeling this? It's like, no, actually, where are you repressing feeling that in your life in the name of control, maintenance, all these benefits we get without needing to face the depths of you. Like, everything could be so much easier if we're all more honest about the life experience and not only waiting to share when we're in our optimal product state. Like, I don't know, humans just seem like infomercials to me lately. Then, like, nothing can replace just being in that space of like witnessing the parts of us that are dying in the transformation. It's like a direct link to what's being birthed. The mother is, the woman is dying as she's giving birth to a child. She's dying into being a mother. The innocent child dies when they go to first grade in school. They'll never be the same. And when we feel that, like we want to die, it means we're in a really big transformation. And we get to keep our bodies. We get to be in our bodies on this planet as we transform. And we get to be connected. We get to belong. And we get to know that we're valuable just for being in it and being honest. And we get to be acknowledged for seeing and for feeling and for speaking as humanity goes through a dark night of the soul. We get to be the light as we are. So, whatever society and culture is called darkness, we get to shine in that space that nobody wanted to look at. Thank you. If you've watched this video, thank you for witnessing me and for having the capacity to be in this space like this. I didn't expect to be crying the whole time, but I haven't really been able to cry about this. And I've been waiting to make a video for YouTube for like a few weeks, and it just hasn't felt like the right time. And so I'm really grateful that there's this outlet where I can create art. To me, this is art. To me, so yeah, thank you. And even, I don't know, like if you know someone going through it, just send this video to them. Sometimes I find like I'm embarrassed to share content with others when they're going through it. But like if somebody's going through it and you don't fully get it, and for some reason you watch this video, share this video with them. If you can sense that somebody's going through it, I highly doubt this video can hurt them. I would have loved to see a video like this, and I would have loved, I mean, I know her soul is watching this, but I would have loved her to be able to see a video like this. And so this is in honoring of her soul, which I'm not going to name. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.